Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Hi everybody, welcome back to Ask Alisha, the weekly series where you ask me questions and I answer them. Maybe. Let's get to your first question this week. First question this week comes from Ali Habibi. Hi Ali. Ali says, can we use since in present perfect tense? In one of your videos, you said that in present perfect tense, we shouldn't say the exact start time of the action. But in some English books, I've seen they use some sentences like this. She has had the chickenpox since Tuesday. Nice question. Yeah, of course, yes, you can use since with present perfect tense to mark the start point of an action. Let's really quickly review this grammar point. We use present perfect tense to talk about actions that happened at non-specific points in time in the past, like our travel experiences or our job experiences. And we can also use this grammar point to talk about something that started in the past and that continues to the present, or the effects of that started in the past and continue to the present. So we can use since with this grammar point. The reason that I mentioned you don't need to use a specific point in time when you use this grammar point is because sometimes I see learners create sentences like, for example, I have been to France when I was a child. So we cannot use these grammar points in the same way. We cannot say, when I was a child, I have done this thing. When we use a specific point in time in the past, we use simple past tense, like I went to France when I was a child. That is correct. In your example, yes, since is perfectly fine to use because since is used to mark the start point of an action that continues to the present, or it marks the start point of some action that continues to affect the present. The reason that I said we don't use a specific point in time is because some learners use a specific one-time action along with that perfect tense grammar, and that is incorrect, as in my example. I have been to France when I was a child. We cannot say that. Instead, we would just say, I have been to France, and then we could follow it up with a simple past tense statement like, yeah, I went to France when I was a child. But we cannot mix these grammar points together. So, as with your question, yes, we can use since to mark the start point of an action, or we can use for to mark the duration of an action. We can do this with basic perfect tense, and we can also do this with perfect continuous tense too. So yes, absolutely, you can mark the start point of those actions, but the key that I wanted to point out in the other videos where I talked about this grammar point is that we don't mix those simple past tense structures along with the perfect tense structures. So I hope that this helps you understand what I meant when I said we don't use specific time points with perfect tense. Thanks very much for this question. Okay, let's move to your next question. Next question comes from Alok Abhijit. Hello, Alok. Alok says, what's the difference between affect with an A and effect with an E? Great question, very common question. So let's cover it. First, affect and effect, they typically have the same pronunciation. I'm making it extra emphasized for this video. Affect with an A, typically in most cases, is used as a verb. It means to cause something else to change. Like, oh, his mean words really affected me. Or, for example, oh my gosh, traffic is affecting the city's pollution. So this use of affect is as a verb. We use affect with an E as a noun. So we could use the exact same situations we talked about before, like, oh, his mean words had a negative effect on me. Or, oh, traffic in the city is having a negative effect on the pollution in the community. So we can use affect and effect in the same situations, but just the grammatical structures of the sentences need to change. So in the vast majority of cases, which means in most situations, in probably 80 to 90% of situations, if you follow this rule, affect with an A is the verb, affect with an E is the noun, you will be fine. There are a couple of other situations where you might see these two words used slightly differently. The one that I want to focus on in this video is the word effect with an E used as a verb, and this verb use of effect means to cause change or to bring about something. So for example, the volunteers effected change in their community. We typically see it with some kind of positive impact. So in this example sentence, this use of effect means the volunteers caused change or caused positive change to happen in their community. So we could not use affect with an A because that means it changes something or it alters it in some way. This use of effect with an E as a verb, meaning to bring about something, usually positive, is not used in the same way as effect with an A. But again, this is a less common use of effect with an E. This is used as a verb. So when you come across this in writing and you're not sure which use of effect you're looking at, try breaking down the grammar of the sentence and see, is it used as a verb? Is it used as a noun? And of course, it is possible as well that the person who has written the text might have mixed them up as well too. Native speakers are not immune to this. Native speakers mix this up all the time. So if you mix it up, don't worry, but I hope that this gives you a good guideline for how to know the differences between these two words. So thanks very much for your question. I hope that helps. All right, let's move to your next question. Next question comes from Kesia Morera. Hello, Kesia. Kesia says, Alisha, what are the meanings of suit? I get a little confused with this. Like yesterday, I was watching Friends, and this word came up in the context of a bikini. Okay, suit, yeah, sure. So, suit can be used to refer to clothing. Yes, let's talk about that first. So we have a suit, which we can typically associate with professional or work environments, right? We imagine a suit as something that looks kind of nice and polished and professional. There's maybe a white shirt, a nice white shirt, and maybe a jacket on top, and then on the bottom there's pants or maybe a skirt, whatever the person is wearing. So this is one use of the word suit. Yes, we imagine this kind of very polished professional look. We call that a suit. That specific outfit is called a suit. We also use suit when we're talking about our swimwear. When we talk about the things that we wear in the water, we call that a swimsuit, a swimsuit. So a swimsuit is a suit we use for swimming. So it doesn't look anything like the polished professional business suit at all. But this is just the word that we use, a swimsuit. So there are many different types of swimsuit, many different kinds of swimsuit. In your example, you mentioned a bikini. So a bikini is a type of swimsuit. So a bikini is two parts, usually a women's bikini, but perhaps there are men's as well. So we can understand this as one type of swimsuit. There are one-piece swimsuits, or there are swim trunks as well. There are many different styles, and everybody chooses whatever they like for their swimsuit, but this type of suit refers to something you wear when you go swimming. So these are the uses of suit that we have to refer to clothing. We also have a verb use of the word suit, which means that something matches or goes well with something else. This can be used to talk about clothes, yes, but it can also be used to talk about hairstyle, makeup, skincare products, whatever, something that matches something else. For example, her new hairstyle really suits her. Or you might say to your friend, wow, that sweater looks great. That color really suits you. So this use of suit means that it goes well with something else, or it matches well with something else. So we use suit in this way as a verb to mean that something looks nice with something else. Of course, if it's used in the negative, it means that it doesn't go so well with that. For example, I'm not sure that dress really suits her. Or, I'm not really sure if this position suits you. So that means I'm not really sure if this thing is a good match for you. So we can use this negatively as well. So I hope this answers your question. These are the uses of suit to talk about our clothing and swimwear, and the use of suit to refer to something that matches or goes well with something else. So I hope this answers your question. Thanks very much for sending it along. All right, that is everything that I have for this week. So thank you as always for sending your awesome questions. Remember, you can send them to me at EnglishClass101.com/ask-Alisha. You can also find a link in the video description, so check that out too. If you like this lesson, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also, check us out at EnglishClass101.com for some other things that can help you with your English studies. Thanks very much for watching this week's episode of Ask Alisha, and I will see you again soon.